They say first impressions last forever, and in India, that first impression will blow you away. From the moment you step outside Indira Gandhi International Airport, a wave of heat, color, sound, and energy greets you like a living entity. The scent of incense mixes with the bustle of rickshaws and the echoes of ancient history. Welcome to Delhi, where empires rose and fell, and every street corner whispers a secret from the past. Your 12-day journey begins in India's chaotic yet captivating capital, Delhi. The city is a magnificent clash of the old and the new. On one side, sleek metro lines, luxury malls, and trendy cafes define New Delhi. On the other, Old Delhi holds a treasure chest of crumbling Mughal monuments, buzzing bazaars, and ancient traditions. Start your first day by checking into your hotel somewhere centrally located in Connaught Place, Karol Bagh, or Paharganj for easier access to top attractions. After a short rest, head straight to the historic heart of the capital, Old Delhi. Your first stop, Red Fort. Built in the 17th century by Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan, this sprawling fortress of red sandstone is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and a powerful symbol of India's rich history. Take a guided tour or audio headset and explore Diwan-e-Am, the Hall of Public Audience, and the royal private apartments where whispers of the past still echo. Next, make your way to Jama Masjid, just a short walk away. One of the largest mosques in India, this majestic structure towers above the narrow lanes of Old Delhi. Climb the minaret for a breathtaking view of the city's tangled alleys. Now brace yourself for a true Delhi experience. Chandni Chowk. This ancient market is an overwhelming explosion of life. Sample sizzling street food like parathas, kebabs, and jalebis. Hop on a cycle rickshaw, zigzagging through spice shops, bridal stores, and fabric vendors. This place isn't just a market, it's a sensory overload and a cultural immersion like no other. As the sun sets, head toward Raj Ghat, the simple and serene memorial to Mahatma Gandhi. The calmness of the spot is a stark contrast to the chaotic energy of Old Delhi and a perfect place for reflection. Wrap up your evening at India Gate. Lit up beautifully at night, this iconic war memorial is surrounded by locals enjoying ice cream and street food. Take a quiet stroll or simply sit on the grass, soaking in the patriotic vibe and calm breeze. Day 2 is perfect for exploring New Delhi, the elegant capital city designed by the British in the early 20th century. Start your morning with a visit to Humayun's tomb, often considered the architectural precursor to the Taj Mahal. The gardens and Persian-style architecture offer a serene start to your day. Next, proceed to Qutub Minar, a UNESCO World Heritage Site and one of the tallest brick minarets in the world. The surrounding ruins are equally fascinating, especially the iron pillar that has stood rust-free for over 1,000 years. No trip to New Delhi is complete without seeing Lotus Temple, a Baha'i house of worship known for its stunning flower-like shape and peaceful ambiance. It's a place for everyone, no matter your faith or background. In the afternoon, explore the Lutyens Delhi area. Drive past Rashtrapati Bhavan, Parliament House, and the Secretariat buildings. These iconic government buildings represent the heart of Indian democracy and British colonial architecture at its grandest. Before dinner, visit Gurudwara Bangla Sahib, a Sikh temple known for its shimmering golden dome and serene reflection pool. Take time to sit in the prayer hall or volunteer at the Langar community kitchen, where thousands are fed every day, free of cost. End your Delhi leg with a rooftop dinner at a popular restaurant in Connaught Place or Hauz Khas village. Enjoy traditional Indian curries, kebabs, and a sweet gulab jamun while watching the city come alive at night. After these whirlwind 2 days in Delhi, you've already experienced a taste of the incredible diversity, spirituality, history, and flavor that India offers. But this is just the beginning. Pack your bags, because next, we head to Agra, home of the world's most iconic monument to love, What if I told you that one of the world's greatest architectural masterpieces was born out of heartbreak? That behind pristine white marble lies a love story so deep it defied death itself. As the sun rises and casts its golden hue across a dome that has mesmerized the world for centuries, you'll find yourself standing before the breathtaking wonder that is the Taj Mahal, and it's even more magical than you imagined. Your third day in India begins with an early morning train or private car journey from Delhi to Agra. The ride itself is scenic and comfortable, taking around 3 to 4 hours. As you approach Agra, the anticipation builds because you're about to witness a wonder that has inspired poets, artists, and emperors alike. Head straight to the Taj Mahal, and make sure you arrive early. Watching the sunrise behind its ivory white facade is an experience that will be etched into your memory forever. Built by Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan, in memory of his beloved wife Mumtaz Mahal, the Taj is not just a tomb, it's a tribute to eternal love. Take your time walking through the lush Mughal gardens, admiring the symmetrical perfection of the structure, the intricate carvings, and the mesmerizing calligraphy. Hire a knowledgeable guide or audio tour to understand the significance behind every detail, the delicate pietra dura work, the way the monument appears to change color depending on the time of day, and the heartbreaking tale that inspired its creation. Pause by the central marble chamber, where the cenotaphs of Shah Jahan and Mumtaz Mahal lie side by side. This is more than sightseeing, it's an emotional pilgrimage. After you've soaked in the wonder of the Taj, it's time to explore more of Agra's royal past. Just a short drive away is Agra Fort, a UNESCO World Heritage Site that served as the main residence of the Mughal emperors before they moved to Delhi. Walk through its massive red sandstone walls and step into a world of emperors, warriors, and opulence. Explore the palaces, halls, and gardens. Within, especially the Musamman Burj, the octagonal tower where Shah Jahan was imprisoned by his son and spent his final days gazing at the Taj Mahal across the Yamuna River. In the afternoon, head to Mehta Bagh, a riverside garden directly opposite the Taj Mahal. It offers a completely different perspective, serene, uncrowded, and perfect for photography. If you miss sunrise at the Taj, this is a great spot to watch the sunset with the monument bathed in golden light. As the evening sets in, don't miss a performance of Mohabbat the Taj, a live stage show that dramatizes the love story of Shah Jahan and Mumtaz Mahal through music, dance, and elaborate sets. It's touristy, yes, but undeniably charming and adds depth to your visit. Dinner in Agra should be a treat for your taste buds. Try a rooftop restaurant with a Taj view. Places like Skydeck or Shiro's Hangout offer delicious Mughlai cuisine with a side of social impact. Shiro's Hangout is run by acid attack survivors and offers an unforgettable human connection to your trip. The next morning, before leaving Agra, consider a short detour to Fatehpur Sikri, about an hour's drive west. This abandoned Mughal city was once the capital of the empire but was mysteriously deserted due to water scarcity. Today, its red sandstone palaces and mosques stand frozen in time. Visit Buland Darwaza, the massive gateway towering at 54 meters, and Jama Masjid, one of the largest mosques in India. The entire complex feels like a ghost town, echoing the whispers of a lost empire. By afternoon, it's time to head south toward Ranthambore National Park or Jaipur, depending on your travel preference. If wildlife excites you, Ranthambore offers thrilling jungle safaris and the rare chance to spot a Bengal tiger in its natural habitat. If you prefer palaces and pink-hued cities, Jaipur is your next majestic stop. Either way, your time in Agra has been much more than checking a monument off your list. You've stood where love transcended mortality, where empires were built and torn apart, and where history still breathes in every marble inlay and ancient gate. As the road curves away from the city of love and memory, your journey through India continues to unfold like a never-ending epic, each chapter richer and more captivating than the last. Imagine stepping into a city where every building glows in warm shades of pink, where elephants march past ancient gates, and where royal palaces rise from the earth like scenes from a forgotten fairy tale. Welcome to Jaipur, the Pink City. This isn't just a destination. It's a living, breathing museum of India's regal past. And in just a couple of days, you're going to feel like royalty. Your journey from Agra to Jaipur, whether by car or train, takes around 4 or 5 hours. And as you enter Rajasthan's capital, the change in vibe is immediate. Here, tradition and royalty are not just remembered, they're lived, worn, and celebrated. From the moment you pass through the rose-tinted walls of the old city, you'll understand why Jaipur is one of India's most iconic cultural gems. Begin your exploration with a visit to the imposing Amber Fort, perched high on a hill overlooking Mauta Lake. This 16th century marvel is a masterpiece of Rajput architecture, combining Hindu and Mughal styles in a palace of sandstone and marble. You can ascend the fort via a jeep, or for a more regal experience, ride up on the back of a decorated elephant. As you walk through its ornate halls like the Taj Mahal, the Mirror Palace, you'll feel like you've stepped into a royal dream. The tiny mirrors that covered the ceiling once lit up the room with a single candle, transforming it into a galaxy of light. Next, make your way to Jaigarh Fort, connected to Amber by underground passages. It's home to the world's largest cannon on wheels and offers panoramic views of the Aravalli Hills and the surrounding desert. The fort's rugged exterior contrasts beautifully with the grandeur of Amber, showcasing the warrior spirit behind the royal finesse. After lunch, head to the heart of the city and visit City Palace, still home to the royal family of Jaipur. Within its walls lie museums, courtyards, and halls filled with royal garments, weapons, and artifacts. Don't miss the Chandra Mahal, where parts are still used by the royal descendants. Every inch of the palace is steeped in legacy, adorned with intricate frescoes and centuries of heritage. Just a short walk away is the Jantar Mantar, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, an astronomical wonder. Built in the 18th century by Maharaja Jai Singh II, this collection of massive stone instruments still accurately measures time, celestial positions, and eclipses. It's proof that Jaipur's rulers weren't just warriors and artists, they were scientists too. End your first day with a photo stop at the Hawa Mahal, or Palace of Winds. This iconic structure, with its 953 small windows, allowed royal women to observe street festivals without being seen. The facade is especially magical at sunset when the golden rays kiss its pink sandstone walls. As night falls, treat yourself to a Rajasthani thali dinner at a traditional Havli or heritage restaurant like Chokidani, an ethnic village resort that brings Rajasthan's culture to life with folk dances, puppet shows, camel rides, and more. Your taste buds will dance too, from spicy dal bati churma to tangy kirsangri and sweet gewar. On your second day in Jaipur, start with a visit to Nahargarh Fort. Less crowded than Amber, it offers stunning morning views of the city and is great for cycling or walking. The fort once served as a retreat for the royal family, and its quiet corridors now echo with stories of solitude and grandeur. Continue to the colorful markets of Jaipur Johari Bazaar for gemstones, Tripolia Bazaar for brassware and textiles, and Bapu Bazaar for vibrant mogris and handicrafts. Shopping here isn't just a transaction, it's a cultural experience. Don't forget to bargain, it's part of the fun. Later, if time allows, stop by the Albert Hall Museum, the oldest museum in Rajasthan. It's a magnificent Indo-Saracenic building that houses rare artifacts, Egyptian mummies, and ancient paintings. Before you leave Jaipur, try to squeeze in a visit to Panamina Ka Kund, a hidden gem. This centuries-old stepwell, with its symmetrical staircases and serene water, is an architectural marvel and a peaceful escape from the city's buzz. As you drive out of Jaipur in the evening, you'll feel like you've just left the set of an epic historical drama. But in reality, this is Rajasthan, where the past still rules the present, and beauty isn't just found in palaces, but in every small moment, every intricate carving, and every warm smile. Your royal chapter is over, But the next part of your journey takes you even deeper into India's heart, into the wild landscapes and sacred temples of the spiritual south, where a different rhythm of life awaits. Close your eyes and picture a city where marble palaces float on shimmering lakes, where every sunrise reflects on still waters like a painter's masterpiece, and where spirituality hums quietly through winding alleyways and sacred temples. Now open your eyes, you're in Udaipur. After the grandeur of Jaipur, your journey now slows, softens, and sinks into the soulful beauty of Rajasthan's Lake City. This is where romance meets spirituality, and every corner tells a tale soaked in silence and splendor. Your next stop begins with a scenic drive or short flight to Udaipur, one of India's most enchanting cities. Known as the City of Lakes, Udaipur is the poetic counterpart to the loud, dramatic history of Delhi and Jaipur. It doesn't roar, it whispers. Begin your exploration with a visit to the City Palace, a gleaming white and gold complex that stretches along the eastern shore of Lake Pichola. It's the largest palace in Rajasthan, and within its many courtyards and corridors lie secret balconies, ornate mirrors, and sweeping views of the lake below. Stand at the palace's balconies and let your eyes drift across the water to the famous Lake Palace, now a luxury hotel, seemingly floating on the surface like a dream. After immersing yourself in royal beauty, hop on a boat ride across Lake Pichola. This is not just transportation, it's transformation. Glide past the Lake Palace, Jag Mandir, and the ghats where locals wash clothes, bathe, and offer prayers. As the sun begins to dip behind the Aravalli Hills, the golden reflection on the lake creates a moment of stillness you'll carry with you long after you leave. Evening is best spent at the cultural haven of Bagor Ki Haveli, a restored 18th century mansion on the lakefront. Here, traditional Rajasthani dance and puppet shows come alive in an open courtyard under the stars. The rhythm of the drums, the swirling skirts, and the clapping of the audience create a joyful contrast to Udaipur's otherwise calm demeanor. Begin your second morning with a tranquil walk through Sahelian Ki Bari, the Garden of the Maidens. Built for the royal ladies of the court, this lush garden is filled with lotus pools, marble pavilions, and fountains that still dance to the sound of water. It's the kind of peaceful escape that makes you forget the outside world exists. Next, explore Jagdish Temple, located near the palace. This Indo-Aryan marvel is dedicated to Lord Vishnu and has stood tall since 1651. The intricate carvings and steady stream of devotees offer a spiritual side to Udaipur's aesthetic charm. Sit on the temple steps, close your eyes, and feel the vibrations of centuries of devotion all around you. Then head to the Monsoon Palace, perched high above the city. Built to watch the clouds roll in during monsoon season, the views from here stretch endlessly across lakes, forests, and hills. It's the perfect spot for panoramic photographs or just sitting silently and watching the wind brush against the land. As the sun sets, consider a rooftop dinner overlooking Lake Pichola. Restaurants like Ambre or Upre offer candlelit settings, soft music, and views so surreal they feel like a movie set. With each bite of Rajasthani delicacies and every glance at the glimmering lake, you'll feel more connected to the poetic rhythm of this city. After 2 days of serenity in Udaipur, it's time to continue your spiritual retreat in Pushkar, a tiny desert town that pulses with ancient energy and divine devotion. The drive from Udaipur to Pushkar takes about 5 to 6 hours, but the landscape changes dramatically as you move deeper into Rajasthan's desert heart. Arrive in Pushkar, and you'll immediately feel the energy shift. This holy town is built around the Pushkar Lake, believed to be created by a lotus flower dropped by Lord Brahma himself. It's one of the very few places in the world with a temple dedicated to Brahma, the Hindu god of creation. Spend your evening walking around the ghats, the stone steps leading into the lake where pilgrims from all over India perform ritual baths and offer prayers. The air smells of sandalwood, rose petals, and incense. Sadhus in orange robes chant mantras while temple bells ring in harmony with the murmurs of the water. If you're lucky, you'll witness the evening arti, a fire ceremony where hundreds of lamps flicker and float across the lake. It's surreal, sacred, and deeply moving. Pushkar also has a quirky, colorful side. Its narrow streets are lined with bohemian cafes, musicians playing sitars, camel ride vendors, and shops selling tie-dye clothes, spiritual jewelry, and aromatic oils. For dinner, head to one of the rooftop cafes and watch the desert sky transform into a canvas of stars. On your final morning in Pushkar, take a sunrise hike up to Savitri Temple, located on a hill overlooking the town. The view at dawn is worth every step of the climb. Mist rising over the lake, golden lights spilling across the rooftops, and the quiet hum of a town that hasn't quite woken up yet. As you leave Pushkar, a peaceful calm settles over your journey. You've witnessed royal splendor, lakeside poetry, and spiritual stillness all within a few days. But India has more to reveal. Next, you'll shift from palaces and temples to the vibrant, electric pulse of India's cultural capital, Varanasi. A city as old as time, where life and death meet on the ghats of the sacred Ganges. What if you could witness life and death unfold at the same place, at the same time? What if one moment you saw a child's laughter echoing across the water, and the next, a funeral pyre lighting up the night sky? Welcome to Varanasi, the oldest living city in the world. It's not just a place you visit, it's a place that changes you. This isn't tourism anymore. This is transformation. You'll likely fly into Varanasi because its remote eastern location makes air travel the fastest option. The moment you land, you'll feel it. The spiritual weight of a city that's been alive for over 30 years. There's a current here, something intangible that flows through the alleys, temples, and people. And soon, it'll flow through you too. Start your journey with a sunrise boat ride on the Ganges River. Wake before dawn and head to Dashashwamedh Ghat, where a small wooden boat awaits. As the sun slowly rises over the horizon, its first light glistens on the sacred waters, bathing the ghats in a soft, golden glow. Holy men begin their rituals, chants echo over the water, and smoke rises gently from incense and fire offerings. It is here, in this exact moment, that Varanasi begins to reveal its truth. You'll pass by Manikarnika Ghat, one of the most sacred cremation grounds in India. The fires here never go out. It's intense, emotional, and for many, a deeply humbling experience. But in Varanasi, death isn't mourned, it's honored. Hindus believe that dying here grants moksha, liberation from the cycle of rebirth. It's not morbid, it's liberating. This city doesn't shy away from death, it embraces it as part of the divine rhythm of existence. Once you're back on land, explore the winding labyrinth of Varanasi's old city. These narrow lanes feel like time forgot them. Cows wander casually, sadhus sit in meditation, and the scent of marigold, sandalwood, and street food mingle in the air. Stop by Kashi Vishwanath Temple, one of the most sacred shrines dedicated to Lord Shiva. The temple's energy is electric, buzzing with devotion and raw emotion. Next, take a pause from the intensity at Banaras Hindu University, BHU. It's one of Asia's largest residential universities and home to the new Vishwanath Temple, a calm and modern take on the city's spiritual legacy. Walk under tall trees, breathe, and reflect. Because in Varanasi, even your silence becomes sacred. In the afternoon, wander into the artisan lanes where silk weavers craft Varanasi's famed saris. These weaves are not just fabrics, they are heirlooms. Watch how generations of craftsmanship turn threads into art. If you're looking for a meaningful souvenir, this is it. As evening approaches, return to Dashashwamedh Ghat for the iconic Ganga Aarti. This daily ritual is a symphony of fire, chant, and rhythm. Priests dressed in saffron robes move in perfect harmony, performing rituals that have been passed down for centuries. Brass lamps sway in arcs, conch shells blow, and hundreds of diyas float into the river, carrying prayers and hopes with them. The crowd falls into silent awe. Time feels suspended. Dinner in Varanasi can be simple yet unforgettable. Try a traditional thali, loaded with local delicacies like bati choka, aloo tamatar, and kachoris, or go sweet with famous Banarasi pan and a cup of thick, creamy lassi served in a clay cup. Even food here feels ceremonial. If you're up for it, take a night walk through the Ghats. The mood shifts entirely. The city becomes quieter, more intimate. The flickering oil lamps reflect off the water like tiny constellations. People sit alone, heads bowed in prayer or thought. Here, the Ganges doesn't just flow with water, it flows with stories, rituals, and eternity. On your second day, explore Sarnath, just 10 kilometers from the city center. This is where Gautama Buddha gave his first sermon after attaining enlightenment. The ruins, stupas, and museums here offer a deep contrast to the vibrant chaos of Varanasi. It's quiet, reflective, and profound, a spiritual anchor in a whirlwind of emotion. Before you leave, spend one last moment on the Ghats. Watch a child fly a kite. Listen to a temple bell in the distance. Hear a widow recite her prayers beside the river. These aren't just passing scenes, they are Varanasi's soul. This city doesn't offer comfort in the traditional sense. It doesn't pamper you. Instead, it strips you bare. It shows you the raw beauty of life and the sacredness of death. And in doing so, it offers you something few places ever can: clarity. As you prepare for the final leg of your journey, you carry with you more than just memories. You carry the wisdom of a city that has outlived empires, conquered time, and seen the human soul for what it truly is. Imagine a place where the rushing currents of the mighty Ganges meet the serenity of the Himalayas, where yoga mats unfurl on riverbanks and the chants of ancient mantras float through the air like sacred whispers. This is Rishikesh, India's spiritual capital, and your final destination on this 12-day journey. Here, you won't just visit India. You'll feel India in the deepest, most personal way possible. Your journey from Varanasi to Rishikesh might take a domestic flight to Delhi and then a scenic 6-hour drive or train ride north. As you approach this tranquil town nestled at the foothills of the Himalayas, the atmosphere shifts from vibrant chaos to calm contemplation. This is the place where seekers from all over the world come to disconnect, to meditate, to find themselves, or simply to breathe. Begin your time in Rishikesh with a gentle walk along the Ganges River. The Laxman Jula and Ram Jula, two iconic iron suspension bridges, connect the two sides of the city and offer stunning views of the river, temples, and forests. Crossing these bridges feels symbolic, a passage from the outside world into a space of spiritual awakening. The city is dotted with ashrams and yoga centers, each offering classes and retreats for every level. Whether you're a beginner or an experienced practitioner, signing up for a morning yoga session with the river and mountains as your backdrop is a must. The calm focus, the rhythmic breath, and the rising sun combine to create an unforgettable start to your day. Next, visit the Triveni Ghat, where the three sacred rivers converge. Here, pilgrims bathe in the holy waters, seeking purification. In the evening, the Ganga Aarti ceremony at Triveni Ghat becomes a mesmerizing spectacle of light and devotion. Hundreds of lamps flicker on the river, prayers fill the air, and the atmosphere is thick with reverence. For those interested in deeper spiritual exploration, a visit to the Beatles ashram, officially known as the Maharishi Mahesh Yogi Ashram, is essential. This was the place where the Beatles studied transcendental meditation in the late 1960s, drawing global attention to Rishikesh. Today, the abandoned ashram is covered in colorful murals and graffiti, a striking blend of spirituality and art. Walking through its crumbling halls, you'll feel the lingering echoes of creative energy and peace. Rishikesh is also a gateway to nature adventures. Consider taking a whitewater rafting trip down the Ganges, an exhilarating contrast to the meditative vibe of the town. Or hike up to the Nirgar waterfall for a refreshing swim and breathtaking views of the valley below. As your time winds down, indulge in the town's wholesome, organic cuisine. Cafes serve everything from traditional Indian thalis to fresh smoothies and herbal teas. Try dishes made with locally sourced ingredients and enjoy the healthful, mindful eating that complements the spirit of the place. Before you leave, take a moment of quiet reflection by the riverbank. Look up at the towering Himalayan peaks and breathe deeply. You've traveled thousands of miles, explored centuries of history, stood in the presence of timeless wonders, and witnessed the heart of a civilization unlike any other. India has not just shown you its sights, it has touched your soul. Your 12 days here may be ending, but the journey within you has just begun. As you prepare for your departure, whether flying out from Delhi or continuing your travels elsewhere, carry the lessons of India with you. The beauty of contrasts, the power of spirituality, and the endless wonder of discovery. Thank you for joining this unforgettable journey across India. Namaste. Thanks for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed exploring Prague as much as I enjoyed guiding you through it. If you found this travel guide helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more beautiful destinations from around the world. Got a favorite spot in Prague? Drop it in the comments, I'd love to hear from you. Until next time, safe travels and see you in the next video.